Alrighty, so Rlaarlo's new 1/10 scale buggy, the Stormbreaker, is here. And as you can see, we got the orange bodied metal edition. Now I'm not gonna do any fancy intros on this one because this video is due on December 25th, Christmas, but I didn't receive mine until after Christmas. So here I am, the day after Christmas, I just got this thing. And I'm sure there's probably like 50 videos out of this thing, so no time for fanciness here, but that's okay. Better late than never, I guess. Now, per usual for Rlaarlo, you do get a whole bunch of stuff. You get a nice instruction manual that opens up like a map. Ah, yes. I feel like Indiana Jones. Some very nice decals to sticker bomb with. Some kind of touch-up marker. I believe it's for the body. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Then we have a wheel nut wrench, some Allens, some double-sided tape, diff gaskets, high-speed pinion, a nice larger battery tray. I believe this is for the 5,000 milliamp hour battery, but it does come with a 2,200 milliamp hour 3S battery. You also have a battery for the transmitter, USB charging cable, some straps, some zip ties. They also provide you with a bashing bumper from the Omni Terminator, it looks like, and your transmitter. Now you do have to install the wing yourself along with the decals. You also get other miscellaneous decals that you have to add onto the body. And speaking of the body, so you have a clip in the front right here, and the rear just slides off, kind of like an Armored Typhon, just like this, very easy. Slides right off. So looking at the chassis, we have up first a 45 amp 2 to 3S ESC. Then there's your little battery tray. It's set up for the 2200. Flipping this thing around, we have a 2852 3100 kV brushless motor. You do have a nice adjustable motor mount for all types of pinion sizes, which is nice. The receiver is enclosed its own little nice box. And then right underneath, you have the servo. I believe it's 11 kilogram. Not the full-size servo that I was hoping this thing would have, because only the carbon fiber edition has the full-size servo, so that's a bummer. You do get front and rear anti-sway bars. The camber and toe is adjustable in the front, and the camber is also adjustable in the rear, which is nice. Besides that, we have nice oil-filled adjustable shocks. The front does feel kind of soft when I push down on it, but when I drop the car, it seems that it does pretty good. So I'm just gonna leave it as is. Now, I had a lot of people wondering if this is the same chassis as the Omni Terminator in terms of length. And just by looking at it right here, I can tell that this one is a lot longer. So let's put this one off to the side and I'll get my Terminator. Get my Terminator lined up here. As you can see, when you line them up, the SBK is slightly longer. Here's another view. It looks like this thing has about 20 millimeters on the Omni Terminator in terms of length. Let's do some quick measurements for the wheelbase, one-handed here. So the Omni Terminator is about a little under 10 inches, and the SBK is about 11 inches. Here's another size comparison. This is the WB12 Pro 1/12 scale, so this will be equivalent to the XPS 12. You can see the size there. And then this is the Armored Typhon 223S on the old body, and you can see the size comparison there. Alrighty, so we are out here to do a speed run on this buggy, but unfortunately, Jack Frost came into town last night and laid down 5 to 6 inches. So I did find this parking lot. It's semi-plowed. It's a little bit icy. I'll do my best to get the speed run out of this car. I'm assuming this would probably do around 30 miles an hour as is out the box. So here's Rlaarlo's newest transmitter. This transmitter does look pretty cool. It reminds me of some 80s, 90s Japanese anime type of thing that would control some kind of mecha. I do love the look of this thing, but I don't like that this cover right here is very hard to open with my fingers because I don't have any fingernails, so I do have to use a tool to open it. But once you get the cover open, you have all your steering and throttle dual rates. You also have a lamp and gyro button, but I don't think this has a gyro built into it, so that's very unfortunate. But from what I've been told, this does not have a gyro. All right, let's just see what we can get for speed. Track start. The power button is nicely right behind this body, so just hit it like that. It comes to life. Now, I do apologize if there's any glare here, but these are the conditions we are facing. Welcome to New England. Oh, and I just got some slush in my face. Oh boy. Worst case scenario, I can try to get some paddles for this thing. It's not too fast. Keep in mind, this has the 28mm motor. Oh, we hit some snow. But yeah, keep in mind, this has the 28mm motor, not the 36 that the carbon fiber has. All right, let's bring it back. I'm gonna say it's definitely under 30 miles an hour, maybe like 27, 28. All right, stop, read. 26 miles an hour out the box on the factory pinion. I'm not sure if I'm gonna try out the high speed pinion because it's not that much larger and we might have a traction problem with it, but maybe if I put on some paddles and a bigger battery, that might solve that issue. So let's do that. Alrighty, so we are back. We have the high-speed pinion installed. We have Rlaarlo's paddles installed in this thing. They work really good so far. I also have installed a 9,000 milliamp hour high voltage 3S battery, so this thing should do 30 miles an hour. All right, I do love the sound of paddles as well. They sound pretty cool. Let's see if we can get a full pin pass. Whoa. This thing is pretty cool on these paddles. Really nice control of these. We are definitely hitting 30. Whoa, spun out. That's the downside to them. Can't back up. Woo! One more pass and we'll see what it did. Fully pinned. All right, sun's going down, but let's see what it did. Stop, read. 36 miles an hour. Nice, dude. So with the combination of the bigger tires and a bigger pinion, we're doing 36 on paddles in the snow. Nice.